And welcome into another edition of It's Talladega, in case you're watching for the first time. This show is designed to talk about all the positive things going on in and around Talladega City. It's open for business. And sometimes we'll have ministers, sometimes we'll have singers, sometimes we'll have politicians, and sometimes we'll have business folks. It's a very diverse program, and we just talk about all the good, positive things. Today we are honored to have a longtime friend. I've been a resident of Talladega for many, many years, a graduate of Helen Keller School here in Talladega, Mr. Jeff Lang. And Jeff is no newcomer to, no stranger to the folks here, because he is on our Sunday night program, In the Interest of the People. Jeff is always there with words of wisdom and kind words, and we're just honored that Jeff would take time. Matter of fact, he's out of work for a couple of days, and we worked it out for Jeff to be here with us. Jeff, welcome.
Well, there, Larry. How you doing, my friend?
Good. You feeling good?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I tell you what, folks. Jeff brought him down here, and I said, Jeff, you want to stop by and get something to eat? Yeah. If you ever take him anywhere, don't ask him if he wants to eat, folks. If he had another hand, he'd have choked himself to death. That boy can eat.
Got that right.
You love to eat, don't you, man?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Jeff, it's good to have you.
My pleasure, Larry.
We'll talk about Jeff. We got 20, 25, 30 minutes, whatever to talk about, and we're going to cover Jeff from one end to the other. Most of you only get to see him on Sunday night for just a few seconds and hear him talk about different things. But today we're going to cover from Jeff from day one up until today. Jeff, let's talk. You was born. Let's give the folks when you was born. Let's give them how old you are.
43 years old today. 43 years old, June 29, 1970.
So you having a birthday pretty soon.
Got a birthday on June 29, coming in the next couple more months.
What day will June the 29th be on?
We'll be on Sunday.
Be on Sunday. Jeff is unusual. He's a graduate of Helen Keller School and did great. But Jeff has got a mind that's sharper than anybody I guess I've ever seen, because you can tell him what day of the week, like the 3rd or the 20th or whatever, what day of the month or week of your birthday, and Jeff can tell you what day your birthday comes on. Beats all I've ever seen. It's my birthday is when?
April 17 on Thursday.
You may be right. I believe you're right. How did you? We getting off track here. How did you come up with this? I mean, how did you do this? It's just a gift.
It's just my guess is good. My guess is just good. That's all there is to it now, Larry.
Is it? I'm not guessing. You're absolutely on the target.
I'm on target. That's all I can tell you, though. I just want to make sure of that. The reason we want to make sure about that. Not about the AIDB, Helen Keller School, Alabama.
Yeah.
I graduated back in 1992. I've been living in this town almost 30 years this August.
And you know everybody.
I know everybody.
Everybody knows you.
Everybody knows me, every bit of it.
Everybody. Let's talk about Jeff. Where was you born, Jeff?
Up in Greenville, Alabama.
Greenville, Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And how long did you live in Greenville before?
Since I was a little boy, and I'm a big...
Now you're a big boy.
Big boy.
Okay. You're an Alabama fan?
Alabama fan all the way,
All the way. Let's talk about when you was just a young man, Jeff. When did they first discover that you had a visual problem and a hearing problem?
Well, discover things on when I went to the.
Was you born with a vision problem?
Vision problem,
okay.
Seizures. Whatever's needed. I think that's one reason that way I call my eyesight, and the reason we do that way is to realize that.
Okay, but when you were just a young man, the doctors diagnosed you as having
seizures.
Seizures or eyes, hearing.
Hearing, no. So that sent me to the Helen Keller School.
Okay, that was my next question. How old was you when you were sent from home? I don't like that word, sent. When you left home coming to Helen Keller School, how old was you?
14.
14 years of age.
Mm-hmm.
So you went to a city school prior to that, or?
Yeah,
Okay.
Went over to, it's called Goshen Elementary School.
I know where, yeah. I remember
Goshen, Shellhorn, Goshen High School. it seems like we're hoping doing better that way because my eyesight,
Did your eyesight progressively get worse?
get worse that way. So I ended up going over to Helen Keller School. That's what I was told on that.
You was 14.
14 years old.
Okay, how long did you stay at? You graduated from Helen Keller.
92.
92.
Now went over to the E.H. Gentry facility.
I know, but before then you stayed at the Helen Keller School.
Yeah.
From 14 until
All the way till I turned 21.
21. So you went ahead and finished school there.
Finished school over there, went over to E.H. Gentry in training facility, learned how to cook, cleaning.
Can you cook?
I could, but not that good anymore. That's all. Just home magic cooking, what it is. We watched.
My wife's a good cook. She can put together a banana sandwich and a peanut butter. That gal can really put it together.
Whoa, that sounds like a plan.
Yeah. Sometimes she gets the peanut butter on the wrong side of the bread, but other than that, she's a good cook.
Oh yeah. One thing for sure, when I was in training over at E.S. Gentry, doing a lot of things, and I worked on some of the other jobs I've been working down. Was in training out there at the industries for the blind. Now, if you want to know about the industries for the blind, you get out there, check it out, take a group, or make an appointment with all this to it.
Yeah, I've toured the facility many times through the years, and I'm always amazed at how the folks that don't have sight works. And I used to watch different ones make brooms.
Right.
I never did understand how they not get cut all to pieces. They take that little sharp knife, put that broom straw, and then wrap that little fine wire around the broom under the stick. And then trim it off, no sight, just by feel. I'd cut myself all to pieces.
You need to be careful of that, Larry.
I guarantee you I'd be careful. but when you went to work at E.H. Gentry, what was the first job you ever did?
First job, I learned how to make those little mats things. You give them about 6 of them things and make them up that way. I do almost about 36, 30-something things all day long.
And when you say mats?
The little mats things. It's sort of like
floor mats. Floor mats.
Floor mats, something like that. Yeah, floor mats. And
then what did you do from there? You don't recall?
I cannot recall it right about. It seems like we want to make sure to get the job out there at the industries. Mm-hmm. And now, out there at the industry, they do serve breakfast and lunch out there.
Yeah, y'all, the industry for the blind employees, there's a bus that picks you up and then takes you back home in the afternoon.
Right. And I'm still buying that house over there on Eastwood Avenue.
I was going to talk. You answering my questions before I ask them, Jeff. Slow down. You gonna take taking all my questions before I even ask them.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Let's go back to the E.H. Once you, how long have you been with the industry for the blind?
Been working at the industries. Working on 21 this year.
21 years. What do you do out there now?
Work in the paper department.
You work with one of the paper cutters, or you just?
I just do the copy paper, just whatever they need me at.
Right. I'm familiar with a big paper cutter they got out there, where they put that big sheets of paper in this big old machine, and then they mash a button, and this automatic cutter comes in and cuts that paper.
Right.
They got a lot of safety measures on those machines that
they do.
It won't come down as long as you got an arm or a limb or anything in the way. It will not come down.
That's right. They won't twitch on. All I gotta do is watch.
Yeah.
We want to make sure everybody is doing good out there and to be safe.
Absolutely. I don't think you ever have many injuries. I don't recall ever hearing many injuries.
No.
It's a rarity. There's a lot of things that goes on that I've often wondered about. You see these brushes you clean out the toilet with, and the little scrub brushes and so forth, these twisted handles.
Right.
I saw the machine one day out there. I've often wondered, they take these wires. Did you ever do any brush making?
I did one time.
You didn't like it?
I didn't like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't like it either. But they take these 2 straight wires and they put them in this machine, one on each end, one on the other end, and then they put those nylon brushes or whatever.
They're kind of like a straws. Take those little straw things.
But then the machines twist different ways. And puts that twist on those brushes. It's amazing to see how that's done.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but taking scissors, knife, just cut it to the wood part area. It takes a lot of work.
Oh, ain't no doubt about it.
Takes a
What
lot of
about the flight? Do you ever do any flight bag work? Never do work in the flight bag?
That's in the sewing department.
Right. Never do work in the sewing department?
I don't do that part. I stay in the paper a lot.
You like the paper products?
Yes.
What do you do in the paper product all day?
I do the copy paper,
And when you say you do the copy, I know you
Copy
don't make
paper.
copies. You
writing pads, easel pads.
do you run the machine that puts a little wire in the end of it? And
I run the pattern when they glue the books
okay,
around there, and I do that a lot.
okay, that's your day-to-day work.
Every day. Every day.
When did you start learning to sing?
When I was in church and school.
You went to church before you came here? Mm-hmm. You always been involved in church work?
Oh, yeah.
You going to Mount Olive Baptist Church?
Oh, yeah.
You've been out there a long time.
Was in the Golden Show.
There you go answering my questions before I get a chance to ask them. I mean, stop it.
Okay. Sorry about that, Larry.
Jeff, he's ahead of me, folks. He always is. Church work.
Yeah.
You went to First Baptist for many years,
Yeah.
and then when John took over
Mount
as
Olive.
choir director at Mount Olive Baptist Church,
I started going over there,
yeah,
keeping company.
keeping John. Lord knows John needs some company.
You got that right.
But how long have you been going to Mount Olive Baptist Church?
About 3 years.
3 years. And you sing in the congregation.
Congregation.
Do you sing in the choir at all?
No. I'm the penny marks.
Okay, the penny. Tell the folks what
Penny
you do.
march.
I know about the penny march.
Penny march.
We had it in our church, but tell the folks that might not know what the penny march is.
Penny marks when there's a song. I go up front and all the children come down, handing their buckets, and the people standing up, they get their change and put them in the buckets, and they come up and put the change in the fish tank, and they go see the pastor for his children's ministry.
Mm-hmm. But then you take that money and send it to missions, don't you?
Send it to our trustee, the treasurer.
I know, but don't they do something with missions or something of that special money?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How long have you been doing that?
I've been doing it every Sunday.
For how long, though? Ever since you've been out there?
Since I started.
Yeah.
Been doing it about 2 years.
That's good.
2 years.
We're going to talk about, don't give me no answers yet. I ain't asked you yet.
Okay.
We're going to talk about your girlfriend. Time out. We'll get to that in a minute. We're going to let you sing one right here. Just maybe give us a verse and a chorus. Let the folks see that you can, how good a voice you got, how you sing. And why don't we do, I tell you, let's do the song that Helen Keller sung.
Okay.
What do you think?
Sounds like a plan.
Why don't you look right straight like you do and just sort of right just a little bit. Right there.
When I came to Helen Keller, I was blind, I could not see. I was deaf, no one heard or tried to talk to me. My teacher gave me love and what they did for me. That's when I let them in, they became a part of me. Yes, my heart at Helen Keller, it was there they set me free. Yes, my heart at Helen Keller, where I learned to be me, where I learned to be me, where I learned to be me.
That's good, Jeff. That is great. How long did it take you to learn that song?
For a long
Oh,
time.
it take a lot of practice.
Lot of practice on there.
Have you ever sung that at church?
No, I don't do that at church.
What'd be wrong with it? Wouldn't be nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, ain't wrong with it, but
You need to tell Jeff to let you sing.
John,
John, I'm sorry. You need to tell John to let you sing.
right.
We may have to take him out and give him a good thrashing if he don't tighten up.
He needs to tighten up.
Let's talk a little bit more about. We can't get off on commercials and so on, but I know you're all over town. You're everywhere,
Everywhere.
And I know recently you go to a certain place in town to eat.
Go down.
And we can't call names on this program, but you out waiting on tables and getting people to the tables.
Oh, yeah.
Did they give you any tips? You can tell me.
Sometimes. I help Miss Kayla Martin out.
Do you?
Stampede restaurant.
Do you? Do you keep the tips?
I give tips to the other person.
You give the tips to others. Well, now why are you giving? If you're doing all the work, why are you giving? What kind of deal is this?
I don't know idea. I just have them out a little bit.
You have my. Let's talk about your girlfriend,
Miss Kelly.
Miss Kelly. How long y'all been?
We've known each other since she started to work at the industries.
Well, now the folks watching don't know when she started working at the industries.
Right. And I sit with her on the bus every
But
day.
when did she start working at the industries?
Now she ride the bus.
I know, but when did she start working at the industries?
Back in 2004.
2004.
2004.
Is she from here?
Lives in Talladega.
I know, but did she always live in Talladega?
Always lives in Talladega.
Okay. And you started riding the bus.
Yes, sir.
And how'd you meet her? I mean, all the girls on the bus, and how'd you meet her? All the ladies and the gentlemen?
She started over Gentry, what it is. And once I met her on the bus in person, she said, well, hallelujah, I'm going to sit with you now. You're my best lady.
You got to watch these women now. Sometimes they're a little forward.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So you got to talking.
Got talking.
And you sit together. I know I've been down there eating lunch before, different functions, and I see you and her sitting at the table together.
Oh, yeah.
You take her tray back to the counter
Yes, sir.
and wait on her and help her.
Help her.
Is she visually impaired also?
She's visually impaired,
Yeah.
yeah.
She lives in Talladega. Does she live by herself like you do?
Lives with her daddy.
Lives with her daddy. For you that don't know, folks, Jeff owns his own home and has his income through the industry for the blind. And well thought of in town. Everybody knows Jeff. I mean, everybody knows Jeff. And I'm just, when I see folks out there that's got good vision, got good hearing, everything is perfect, you're just so sorry to work. I have a problem with this kind of stuff. There's nothing wrong with you, but yet you won't get out and make an effort to do something other. You got a guy like Jeff that has to struggle, but he owns his own home, and big TV. Just bought him a new TV set. What, 50 inch?
51 inch.
51 inch. You can see all of me on your television.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the big screen shows all my fatness and all my baldness. It shows it all, don't it?
Got that right.
Wait a minute. You're supposed to say, no, it's not that bad. I mean,
I'm so sorry about that, Larry.
that's all right. People out there watching sees it's the truth. So, but anyway, are you and your fiance, are you really serious about getting married, or are you just friends?
We're getting real serious about it.
You are or she is?
Me and her is.
Both of you.
Both of us.
Have you got a date in mind?
Got a good date.
Is Jeff going to perform the ceremony? I mean, John, excuse me.
That's what we're working on.
You trying to figure that out yet?
Figured out. Going out to eat in 2 weeks.
John going out?
No. We're taking the AIDB bus.
Excuse me?
AIDB.
You and her riding the bus?
Oh, yeah.
By yourself?
No, as a group.
Oh, I thought maybe you'd lease that bus.
We're going as a group.
You're going as a group to eat?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm buying her supper.
You need to get your woman to buy your supper.
I buy her all the time.
Do
Man.
you? Okay.
I'm a man.
Jeff is all right. Jeff and I have been a long-time friend. He been around town. I knew him around town before I really knew who he was. I'd see him walking the street and in and out the barbershops around town, different places, and everybody hollering at him. Everybody knew him.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the Gong Show.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah, whoa.
This is interesting.
It is. When did you start on the Gong Show?
Back in 2010.
2010.
Started out with the witch doctor.
I know, I saw that. You and John Adams.
Me and John Adams. And the next year we was doing the Lion King Sleeps Tonight and the Whistling Jays. The next one was when we all got out and just totally got gone, but came back as we were doing burr, 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 burr the word, and from that concluded, we invited the mayor to the stage.
There's something we don't talk about in this program, Jeff.
Okay.
There you are bringing me into y'all's show. Whose idea was it to get me up there on that stage and act stupid?
It was John.
Well, I've seen that video several times, and I thought that's probably the dumbest thing I've ever done in my life. Well, one of the dumbest things I've ever done.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all had me up there flopping my hands and twisting just shaking all over, and everybody's laughing.
Oh, yeah. Everybody started laughing.
I know. And you was too.
Oh, yeah.
Whose idea was it to come up with these shows y'all put on at the theater?
John.
Well, I have to give you credit. Y'all good. Y'all got it down to a perfect match.
And I had him out calling the audience to high-five me, and he said he was calling for a hula dance.
I saw you in that hula dance. You know.
Hula dance.
That little grass skirt you had on.
Oh yeah.
And them coconut.
Those little coconut on the Mabus.
I've heard it called a lot, but takes the cake. Okay. Meanwhile, back to the Gong Show.
Yeah.
The first one y'all did.
Right.
What was the name of it?
It was
Before you did the Lion Sings Tonight.
The Chain Gang.
Yeah, you did the Chain Gang.
Chain Gang.
And then you did that dance that y'all danced all over the stage with.
The demonstration.
It could have been.
Left, right.
Yeah. How much time does it take to put all this stuff together? Practicing.
It takes a lot of work.
I know it has to.
Has to. But we put a lot of work in.
The one I think you did this last time, it was good, but where you got someone else that puts their arms through there.
Yeah,
Moving their arms around and moving your feet around and.
Oh, we are the family.
Yeah.
And we were called, and then John called Stay Hers over. Now I call old Rusty over.
Yeah.
And everybody really liked the show.
They did. They always. You and John, I have to give you credit. You and John are the best. One of the best of the old shows. Of course, the Gong shows are good. You got a lot of good talent, and they raise a lot of money for Relay for Life, and it's a great show.
Yeah, and they're having that Relay for Life on the 26th at the sports complex.
Right. Yeah, we're going to try to be up there for a while. It's on Saturday.
On Saturday.
Yeah.
3 to midnight.
Right.
And Sunshine Saturday's coming on.
It's coming up real soon too.
Yes.
They're going to be having that at the Reverend Patterson's church, Mount Canaan.
Mount Canaan.
The park's not back together yet, so they're going to have to move it to Mount Canaan.
Yeah.
They're on Battle Street.
Mm-hmm. And there's going to be some karate demonstration over there too.
Speaking of karate, you told me one day what kind of belt you got?
A brown belt.
What?
Brown belt.
I've got a brown belt.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
I got a black belt and a brown belt. And I've had a white belt in life and green belts. Do you get all those in karate?
I did all in karate.
Can you break wood?
Oh, yeah.
You ever broke any wood over John's head?
Not yet. I skinned his head if I had to.
How much time involved in the karate?
I've been doing it for a long time now.
You enjoy that, don't you?
Enjoying it. Help out a little bit. I've been helping out a good long time since I started back on it.
Can you kickbox?
I could if I wanted to. Now, speaking about my mom.
We was going, there you go again. I can't. Let's talk about your mom.
She's doing good. She lives in Troy.
Your dad passed away a couple of years ago.
3 years.
3 years ago.
Almost 4 years.
Lives in Troy, Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
You've got 3 brothers and 1 sister?
Mm-hmm.
They all live in Troy.
Mm-hmm.
What type of work do they do?
One of them works at Hughes Pews.
Okay.
Hughes Pew to build swim pools.
Okay.
No, my other, I can't remember where he works at. I forgot what it is. And my other brother.
But they're all working in Troy.
On Troy.
Your mother's, she came up for the Gong Show.
Mm-hmm.
Spent the night with you.
Yes.
Still in pretty good health.
Good health, yeah. And she's got a brother. He's doing good.
All the family doing good.
All family's doing good.
All the brothers and sisters got young'uns.
Yes.
So that makes you nieces and nephews.
Oh, yes.
Some related somehow or another.
Yeah.
Do you have any sports that you do? What kind of activity do you do other than the Gong Show and
Well,
karate and going to church and working?
watching football and
Now, someone, I think they lied on you, Jeff. Someone told me that you was considering converting over to Auburnism.
No. I don't ever do that.
That was just absolute lie.
That's a little lie right there. Oh, yeah. When I was at Helen Keller
Is that how you got started with Alabama football?
football, I was in basketball, volleyball, and bowling.
All Alabama, though. I mean, you did that yourself, sports.
Sports.
But how did you get involved in being an Alabama fan?
I've been an Alabama fan for quite a long time.
And you don't think there's any hope that you would ever be converted?
Never been. Bunch of AIDB tried to get me pulled off. I said, no way, Jose.
I remember when Auburn was playing in the runoff for the championship.
Yeah.
I don't understand, Jeff. Well, I understand folks being Auburn, being Alabama, being Jackson State, being Troy University. I understand all this. Everybody has allegiance to whomever. Alabama Institute for Deaf and Blind. I understand all this. But when you got a major team like Auburn or Alabama that's in the playoff for the championship,
Mm-hmm.
and some folks are so fanatical that they don't want them to win. I don't understand this kind of stuff.
I don't understand it either, though.
You pulled for Auburn when they're in the championship, didn't you?
No.
Hush your mouth. Why? Why would you want some foreign team to win over an Alabama team or Auburn team? I didn't mean to stump you on a question then.
Yeah, I understand.
But what if they're playing Mississippi or Tennessee or Ohio or whomever? Why would you want them to win over Auburn winning for the championship?
I don't know.
Hard to explain, isn't it?
It's hard to explain.
Yeah, it's hard to explain. Some folks like that.
Some people like
If you just tuned in, we're fixing to tune out. We've been talking with Jeff Lane, longtime friend, and I appreciate Jeff being with us. Jeff works at Industry for the Blind, graduate out of Helen Keller School, and a lot of friends. And Jeff, I'm going to let you go off the air singing How Great Thou Art. And thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
Look straight into this camera right there to your right, just a dab, and start singing How Great Thou Art.
Oh, Lord, my God, when I'm in awesome wonder, consider all the worlds that has I made. I see the stars, I see the rolling thunder, by power throughout the universe display.